Hey everybody, back with another video today. So today I just want to talk about the Lakers versus the Miami Heat game. It was such a great game for both sides. No team should feel, bad about the loss. A great game at the Miami's house in Airlines, or whatever they call it. I don't even know. But LeBron and AD did their thing once again. Had a great game. LeBron had 28, 9, and 12, and Anthony Davis had 33 points. Anthony Davis really showed up at the beginning of the game, and he showed up at the end, making big threes, going inside, scoring, creating his own shot, passing the ball, playing great defense. Anthony Davis, crazy as it sounds, looks like the best player on this team right now, and he looks like he's been the best player on this team so far. But at the same time, LeBron's looked great as well. Just being able to facilitate, play the point guard position, play great defense, just make his teammates better, be a leader on the floor. He did struggle starting off tonight. He had a lot of turnovers here and there. I think he had like 8, and he had a lot of early foul trouble. But he, like he said, people got on him. Anthony Davis, Boogie Cousins, they got on him, and they, letting him know that, hey, you're LeBron James, you physical, you 250, you 6'9", 6'8". You need to just put your head down, go to the rim, and get buckets, because that's what the team needs you to do. And he's gonna have to do that a lot of games, because at the end of the day, the Lakers don't have one of the strongest bench units in terms of scoring in the league right now. They don't have what the Clippers have or the Bucks have, where you got multiple guys that can come off the bench and you 12-12. So your stars have to give you a lot of points. So it's gonna be a lot of games where LeBron and Anthony Davis are gonna have to have great games for the Lakers to win games. And just with that, like, along with the Lakers' good defense, the defense could have been better, obviously letting up 110. But at the same time, you play defense when it mattered. You got stops when it mattered. You hustled at the ball. You made it hard for them to get shots. But Miami played great as well. Miami with Hero. Nunn had a great game. Had a poster on JaVale McGee. And Tyler Hero had a good game. Bam Adebayo had a good game. Jimmy Buckets had a good game. They just played hard, made it hard for the Lakers to win that game. Really made them work for the W. And on both sides, it really looked good. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of criticism over, the late calls at the end of the games, especially with the shot at the end where, like, Anthony Davis didn't give Jimmy Butler room to land, and how, LeBron looked like he got pushed on the ground by Jimmy Butler. But at the same time, you got to be able to understand that at the end of games like that, those type of calls are not going to get called. Just like when you watch Kevin Durant on Christmas Day versus Richard Jefferson, or you watch the Memphis Grizzlies game when Jaren Jackson trying to get the ball and like he got pushed down by Anthony Davis. When they get towards that end of the game, physicality is gonna, prevail, and the refs are gonna be a little bit less, they're gonna be a little bit loose on the whistles, and they're not really they're gonna let some calls go. But that's just gonna happen because it's the end of games. But the real topic I wanted to discuss today is just, are the Lakers the best team in basketball? Because I feel like this question has been brought up multiple times this season, and even yesterday it was brought up when Stephen A. was on ESPN, and Jay Williams as well, talking about the Lakers and the Bucks, and how everybody always talking about the Clippers and the Lakers. Are the Lakers the best team? Like, right now, they have the best record, so and in my opinion, they're playing the best basketball. Now, I'll be the first one to say, the Clippers haven't played full strength all season, so it's hard to tell how good they really can be, which makes them kind of scared when they get to the postseason, because they don't even really know, they full strength. But still, like, the only thing I feel like that the Clippers have an edge over the Lakers in my opinion, is probably just chemistry. Just because, like I said, they didn't add a lot of players like the Lakers did. The Lakers completely add a whole different roster, to where the Clippers added 3-4 players at the most. But at the same time, they have chemistry, and they have a little bit more bench scoring. The bench is able to create points. You got guys like Lou Will who come off the bench, give you 20. You got guys like Montrezl Harrell that can come off the bench, give you 18 and 9 if you need it. Zubac can give you blocks and effort plays on defense, and a couple putbacks and dunks on offensive side and on the defensive side. So you have that for the Clippers. With the Bucks, I feel like that's another team who has their bench. They don't have a lot of star power, but they have one great star, Giannis Antetokounmpo, which we all know had a great game against the Grizzlies last night with 37. But at the same time, they don't have a lot of star power, but they do have guys that's going to give you 12. They have like 6 or 7 guys that will give you 12 on a good night. You know what I mean? A lot of times the guys that can come off and help Giannis. Well, Giannis ain't having to score 50 a game just for them to win games. And they also play really good defense, and they're a very well coached team, as they showed last year. You got teams like even Philadelphia, who I feel like is starting to improve as a team. Getting better. I believe they on a 2-game win streak right now. Joel Embiid playing really good, imposing his will, letting it be known that he's taking the advice of Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley with his dominant performance against the Celtics and his really good performance against the team he played yesterday. Ben Simmons having 24 and 11 yesterday, playing really good on defense. Just like Tobias Harris having a really good game, even though this year he's kind of been streaky with his scoring and inconsistent. Just letting you know that the Philadelphia 76ers is a really good team, because when they get their defense going and they get their main options going on the offensive side, it makes them very hard to stop. However, the big thing with the Sixers is how disciplined can they be and how consistent can they be on a daily basis. And I feel like that's been a problem for them. But if they can be consistent and they can stay disciplined, that team can really get in that conversation of best teams in the league and really go pace for pace, go blow for blow with a team like the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Final Series. So you have to put them in the same discussion as well. I would say teams like Utah and Denver and Miami, however, those are teams that are really good in the regular season. They're going to make noise in the playoffs. However, they just don't have the star power or the great coaching, or just they don't have enough just as an organization, as a team, to make it to that finals, get over that hump of greatness that you have with those 4 teams, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And even though they fight hard like the Raptors do, like Miami does, like Utah does, like Denver does, they just don't have that it factor yet about them that will get them over the hump. That's why I still go back and see the Lakers. But the reason why I feel like the Lakers are the best team in basketball is because of the fact that you have those 2 stars, LeBron and AD. But what you have behind that is veteran presence. And I feel like that's so big in the playoffs. If you go back and look at the 2018 Cavs team that LeBron led to the playoffs, a lot of people feel like, yeah, that team was doing too well in the regular season. But had they had kept that team and I traded them, that team with Derrick Rose, that team with Jay Crowder, that team with Dwayne Wade, had they kept that team together, it probably would have been really good in the playoffs, because some of the main players on that team went into the playoffs and had individually great playoff series. So with the Lakers right now, having guys like Rondo, Dwight Howard, Jared Dudley, JaVale McGee, Quinn Cook, like just having Avery Bradley, having those type of veterans around and guys who've been there, been in the moment, are going to be huge for them in the big time, because almost everybody on that team has played in the big time and they know how their moments feel. And that's an advantage that they have over teams like the Clippers. That's an advantage that they have over teams like the Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers, that they have a lot of guys who've been there before and they won't streak under pressure. And they are very smart and intelligent veterans as well, with no ego problems. You don't see any ego arguing on sidelines. They play together. They play hard on defensive end of the ball with Frank Vogel, and they just play hard and they get the job done each day and night. And I feel like once they get Kuz back, who I feel like is a big X factor, if he can become consistent, because this year I still feel like he's been hurt and he's still trying to find his way into the offense. So it's not really easy to not only just be a young developing player that's already trying to develop your game, but be a young developing player who's playing with 2 superstars who can be ball dominant and need the ball in their hands. So he's in a hard position himself, trying to get adjusted and used to that situation. But if he can get adjusted and find his way in the offense, which I feel like he will do later down the road, he can give you that 15, 16, 17, 18, and sometimes 20 or 25 points you're going to need in playoff series. And I know people be like, well, Kuz ain't scoring like Harold. He wasn't scoring like Lou Will. But they don't have to score like he doesn't. The Lakers don't have to have that, because they have a deeper roster. I feel like they have one of the deepest rosters. And they have guys that can give you that 8, 9, 10 that will add up in the long run. To where Kuz you ain't got to have, 4 20-point scores. But if Kuz can be big in big moments, make big shots, and give them 15, 17, 18 when they need it, and sometimes 20 when they need it, that'll be a great team. So that's all I have to say about it. Peace.